Hello and welcome to Understanding the NCIDQ Application Process. I'm Dana Williams-Johnson, Evaluations Manager, and I'll be joined by Larry Brown Jr., Customer Service Coordinator. The ultimate goal for you is to earn your NCIDQ certificate. This credential is a mark of excellence in the field of interior design, and currently there are 27 U.S. and 7 Canadian jurisdictions that regulate the profession of interior design. In each of them, the one common denominator is completing the NCIDQ exam. You need the NCIDQ certificate for professional membership in industry associations such as ASID and IIDA, and the credential gives you an advantage with employers and clients. This presentation will show you how to begin your journey to the NCIDQ certificate through the application process.
Step 1. You must know your eligibility route before you can even begin the application process.
All eligibility routes require completion of a certificate, diploma, or degree in interior design, or an NAAB or CACB accredited architecture degree. All candidates must go to accredited institutions and earn college credit for their education.
There is a combination of education and work experience required for all eligibility routes, and NCIDQ does not make exceptions to the requirements. Candidates must fall within one of the 6 eligibility routes in order to qualify to sit for the exam.
If you're not sure which eligibility route you fall under, there are multiple ways to learn more. Once a month, NCIDQ holds online webinars that outline the eligibility requirements. You can email specific questions about eligibility to applications@ncidq.org. You can call the office and speak to a customer service representative, or you can review and download the eligibility requirements from the NCIDQ website. The website has a wealth of information that can help you as you are beginning your application process.
Now that you know your eligibility route, the next step is to begin your NCIDQ application.
The first step is creating your NCIDQ account. Go to ncidq.org, and at the top right-hand side of the website, click Sign in to NCIDQ to begin.
If this is your first time, you will need to click on the First-Time User to set up your NCIDQ account. If you have previously created a NCIDQ account but have forgotten your password, you can click Forgot Your Password or call the office at 202-721-0220 to have your password reset for you.
Before you can set up your account, you should read through and then agree to the terms of use for using NCIDQ.
Once you've accepted the terms of agreement, you will be taken to a new registration screen where you'll be prompted to enter all of your personal information. Make sure to spell your first and last name in proper case because it cannot be changed once you submit it. Use a primary address and email where you want your correspondence sent to you from NCIDQ. Make sure you jot down or remember your username and password. Always make sure your email address is current in NCIDQ. NCIDQ is not responsible for misdirected or undeliverable email to you. Once you've entered all of your information and double-checked it for accuracy, click Submit at the bottom of the page.
Once you click Submit, you'll be issued a control number. Write this number down and use it on all forms and correspondence you have with NCIDQ. Your control number is your ID number for NCIDQ and is helpful when you call or email to ask questions. An activation email will be sent to the email address you also entered in the personal information section.
Click the link in the email sent to you and enter the verification code to confirm your NCIDQ account. You must activate your account through this link in order to proceed with a NCIDQ account. If you don't get the email, make sure you check your spam filter for an email from info@ncidq.org.
Now that you've verified your account, you'll have to verify your personal information. Review the information and at the bottom of the page, click the Verify button in order to unlock additional menu options on the left side of the screen.
Now that your account is active, it's time to begin filling out your examination application. On the left-hand side, go to the Exam Candidates menu and click Exam Application and Supporting Documents. Under the New Forms section, you can click the NCIDQ Examination Application form in order to open up a new form. Do not click Submit on the application until you've gathered all of your supporting documents and you are ready to pay the application fee. Once you click Submit, you cannot change any information on your application.
Complete all fields on the online application. You'll be asked about your education and which eligibility route you qualify under. Remember, you must meet the eligibility requirements in effect in full at the time you are submitting your application.
In order to add your education, work experience, and 3 references, you must click Add New for each item you want to add. If you leave one of the sections blank, you will not be able to submit your application.
Once you've completed all the information, NCIDQ suggests you click Save for Later so that you can gather all of your supporting documents. Once you've received those documents and are ready to mail them to NCIDQ, then you can click Submit and proceed to the payment screen.
Now that you've begun the online application, the next step is to gather all of the supporting documents needed for your eligibility route.
Supporting documents are a key component to your NCIDQ examination application. These forms are all available for download on the NCIDQ website at ncidq.org.
A mistake many candidates make is submitting supporting documents that are not sealed. You must submit your work experience forms, 3 references, and official transcripts for course-by-course evaluations in sealed envelopes. The envelopes should be signed on the back by the person verifying your work experience, writing your references, or providing your transcript. These are confidential documents, and all the forms must be received in sealed envelopes in order to be considered valid.
There are 5 different forms for supporting documents. The first is the direct supervision form. This is for candidates who have been directly supervised by an NCIDQ certificate holder, state or provincially licensed interior designer, or architect who provides interior design services. Do not leave any field blank on page 2 before you submit it to your direct supervisor. Your supervisor must include the page you provided them in a sealed envelope along with the page they complete. Only list the hours that are required for your eligibility route. Do not list any hours that you earned for academic credit for an internship, and please list your end date as the date that you stopped counting your work experience hours, and do not write current or leave the field blank.
The sponsored work experience form is if you require a sponsor for your work experience to qualify your hours at 100%, or if you are self-employed. If you are self-employed, you must have someone verify your work experience, and you would have to provide proof of ownership over your business. Items like copies of business license should be included in the sealed envelope.
You will also need 3 letters of reference as part of your supporting documents. Your reference should be someone that is aware of your work experience as an interior designer. Letters of reference can come from coworkers, clients, direct supervisors. There are no limitations on who can write your recommendation.
You will also need to include official transcripts with your application. Transcripts should be sealed by your university registrar. If they do not include the transcript request form, simply write your control number on the outer envelope so that it can be matched to your account. We recommend you ask for at least 2 copies of your transcript, one that you can open to verify you have everything you need, and one that you keep sealed and sent to NCIDQ. Please note that if you submit your transcript separately from your supporting documents and you have a different last name than what is listed on your transcript, the transcript request form ensures your transcript will be applied to your file. If you attended multiple institutions, you may need to submit those transcripts if the courses and credits received are not listed on your final transcript. If you have foreign education that is not in semester or quarter format, you will need to contact a third-party provider like World Education Services or Educational Credential Evaluators to get a course-by-course evaluation done to include along with your transcript.
The final supporting document that you must include is the candidate authorization and consent form. This is the only form that does not have to be received in a sealed envelope, but it must be included with your supporting documents in order for your application to be considered complete.
Now that you've gathered all of your supporting documents, you can put them in one envelope and log into your My NCIDQ account to submit your application. Click Proceed and you will be taken to a payment screen.
All major credit cards are accepted, or you can select the Pay by Check option. Please include your check in an envelope along with your supporting documents. Do not put a loose check in with your supporting documents. Make sure to include it in a separate envelope so that it is not missed when your supporting documents are opened. In addition, make sure to write your control number on the check.
The final step in the application process is to submit.
Mail all of your documents together to the NCIDQ office. Make sure to use a method of shipping where you can track your package so that you'll know when it was received by NCIDQ. It can take NCIDQ up to 2 weeks to open, log, and add your documents to your file. Once your supporting documents have been received and your application and payment have been processed, You will receive an email from NCIDQ alerting you of the timeline for your application's final review. The application deadlines are June 1 for the fall exam and December 1 for the spring exam, but you can submit your application anytime before those deadlines. The earlier you apply, the better. Any incomplete applications or declined applications are held for 1 year from their original application deadline. After that, they are securely discarded and your online application is declined. Once you click Submit on your online application, your application review fee is non-refundable, no exception.
Here's a checklist of everything that you need for a complete application. For your convenience, you can download this checklist on the NCIDQ website in the Application Information section.
Now that you've applied, it's time to prepare. Check NCIDQ's website for information on recommended books. You can also buy practice practicum problems and online solutions from NCIDQ. Practice problems help you simulate the exam experience and will help you learn how to manage your limited time during the exam.
For Section 1 and 2, you can purchase online multiple-choice practice tests, and for Section 3, you can order the practice design problem and online solutions to the problem. These study materials are developed by the same group that develops the exam and can help you anticipate what to expect when you sit for the exam.
And if you still need more assistance,
you can log on to our website, call, or email NCIDQ, and someone can assist you further.
Thank you for your time, and we look forward to reviewing your exam application.